do we feel about the Cowboys D without Micah Parsons? Because they almost
Absolute
lost
garbage.
to Russell Wilson here. Like that's my biggest thing is that Cowboy fans are celebrating that they won. You guys beat the New York Giants, past prime Russell Wilson, an historically bad franchise in overtime. And it's only because your kicker is like the best kicker in the league that could probably consistently kick 60-yarders. And if it wasn't for him, you guys would have lost to the New York Giants. You guys allowed Russell Wilson to put up over 400 yards on your defense. Hey everyone, welcome back to Insane Unfiltered. We are raw, unfiltered, unmatched. Today we got week 2 NFL recap. We're going to go over our boom and bust for the week in PPR formats. We are going to look at some of the injuries around the league this week. There's some pretty significant ones. Kolby's going to run through some waiver wire pickups at quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, and defense. And then we're going to get into our normal starts and sits at each position. We're going to get into our week 3 football bets, which is money line, over, under, and plus or minus. Then we're going to get into our football news. And at the very end, we have a couple hot takes for you. I'm very excited for X's hot take this week if he decides to share it, because I think he's finally come to the light and it is about time. So I am very excited for that. Boys, thank you for coming on. Let's get started. Let's just get right into it, man. So week 2 boom or bust, man. So PPR, the biggest boom, and I think honestly after shit talking him a lot, Jared Goff, 33.96 points. Absolutely blew up, 5 touchdowns, really great game, destroyed the Bears. Bears are boo-boo. Next, Russell Wilson. Are we seeing prime Russell Wilson? I don't know. 31.3 points. I like it. Next, Drake May and Lamar Jackson tied for 26.3 points. I don't know if I'd ever put them in a sentence together, but this week I definitely had to. Bust, JJ McCarthy, 4.82 points. Not a fan of him. He looks like shit. He's played, what, 1 or 2 good quarters of his entire NFL career. Next, we got Michael Penix, 5.3 points. X and I will also agree with each other on this one. We already knew that was coming. He's not very good. Next, Jalen Hurts, 11.54 points. That's pretty low considering he's going as like a top 5 QB. Josh Allen, 11.82 points. He had a little bit of a nosebleed. Maybe that affected him. I don't know. James Cooks went off, but it is what it is.
I do want to point something out for these two. They're going to win the games. They don't care about getting yards, throwing passing touchdowns. If that's how they want to play, they're going to win the game. So just be keeping your eye out on that as well.
All right. Next, we got running backs. So, boom, Jonathan Taylor, 29.5 points. Really picked it up in that second half. James Cooks, 26.5 points. Devon Chain, 26.2. And Javonte Williams, 25. Well, all I'll say is about Javonte Williams is that I'm still very surprised. I don't know if he can keep it up all year, but we will see. Bust, we got Derrick Henry at 2.3 points. Next, we have Aaron Jones at 2.3 points, tied with Derrick Henry there. He also got hurt, but mind you, he wasn't really doing anything in that game. Breece Hall at 5.8 points. Definitely regressed after Justin Fields went down there. And then we have Travion Henderson at 6 points.
Just with Henderson, kind of same deal. Bucky Irving, 5 points. A game for a while, started booming, taking over his spot. So I think we just got to wait for Ramondre, which is in waivers this week, but just wait for him to start messing up, fumbling like he always has, and then Henderson will start getting more touches and go from there.
All right, next we got receiver. Boom. We have Amon-Ra St. Brown, 39.2 points. Boy, absolutely went off. Next, we have Malik Neighbors at 37.7 points. Another guy who absolutely went off because Russell Wilson came back in his prime for a day. Then we have Jamar Chase at 36.5, who looked a lot better when Joe Burrow went out. That's really interesting. And then we have Rome Odunze, 31.8 points. Had himself a game. All right. Next, we got receiver Bus. Cortland Sutton, 1.6 points. Marvin Harrison Jr., 4.7 points. Drake London, who would have known? Maybe X and I, 5.9 points. Keon Coleman, I think this was the biggest surprise for me after a fantastic week 1, 5.6 points.
I drafted Keon Coleman everywhere. It's same thing with Josh Allen. If they can run the ball down another team's throat, that's what they're going to do, and they're not going to pass it. They're not going to use it.
There's a reason why Drake London is on the no draft list. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Next, we got tight ends this past week, week 2, we had Tucker Kraft, 24.4 points on Thursday Night Football. Absolutely went off. Zach Ertz, 18.4 points. Jake Ferguson's made the list for the first time, 16.8 points. And Jawan Johnson, 15.9 points. I believe he was on the waiver wires for last week. You should probably pick him up if you haven't quite yet. Bust. Colson Loveland, 0 points. I think that one was probably the most surprising for me.
Drop him.
Yep.
Mark Andrews, 1.4 points. Don't drop him quite yet. He started off like this last year. Next, you had Evan Ingram and TJ Hawkinson, a tie at 2.2 points. Mind you, Ingram was hurt going into the game, but TJ, I don't know what's going on there. And then last, we had Sam Laporta at 5.6 points. He did okay, but he didn't do great. Yeah,
Told you.
It's just tight ends are boom or
I had
bust.
him on
That's
the
the way it
sit.
is.
I'm the tight end guru, dude. You do not question when I talk about tight ends. You could question me about wide receivers or my choice, as I'm sure Rob's going to bring it up, my choice of number 1 overall quarterbacks. So I'll just get that out of the way now. But when it comes to tight ends, you do not question me. I am my boy. My boy needed counsel. I'm the counsel. And I told him last week, pick up Zach Ertz. Watch magic happen. And there the boy goes.
So are you the tight end king? Is that what you're calling yourself?
I
Tight end
am
whisperer.
the tight end king, dude. I am the tight end whisperer. I am the tight end guru. I am the tight end he.
All right. Injuries around the league for week 2. The biggest ones. Joe Burrow, grade 3 turf toe. He's possibly out for 3 months. Yep. That sucks for me. Next, we had Austin Eckler. Not that big of a deal for fantasy reasons, but if we're stuck in 2022 like I am, then he was your GOAT. But he's out for the year with Achilles tear, so that's unfortunate for him. Justin Fields has a concussion. I don't know what's going on with him quite yet. Jane Daniels was originally questionable, but now he has a sprained knee, and he might be out for a few weeks. That is a pretty big one for Washington. Next, we had Kyle Juszczyk, or Juice. He has a concussion. I don't know when he's coming back. JJ was originally only out for like a game, possibly with an ankle injury. Now it's 2 to 4 weeks. So be prepared for Carson Wentz there. And then you have Aaron Jones, who has a hamstring injury that happened in that game, and he is unlikely to play. So be mindful of those injuries. They do have some fantasy implications, and always check your roster. That's the best advice I can give you for injuries. And put them in your IR slots because people don't like putting them in their IR slots. All right, next we're going to do some waiver wire pickups. This is Kolby's section. We'll call it Kolby's waiver wire, or however you want to call it. I don't know.
Yeah. That
Waiver
sounds
wire
good to
pickups
me.
with Kolby, and then we'll do a big rainbow like that.
Oh, yeah. I love rainbows. All right.
He loves
So
them
starting
rainbows.
off, Jake Browning. I'm going to get to him a little later, but if you're in a deep league, as you saw last week, he has the best wide receiver in the league. And another one is Daniel Jones, another rushing touchdown. Don't know. Maybe the Sam Darnold of 2024 could be him. And starting off with running backs, first is Ramondre Stevenson, 60% rostered. He's a starting running back. No starting running back should be on the waiver wire. Cam Scatterboo outplayed Tyron Tracy at a 24-yard touchdown. He does face Kansas City as a tough run defense, so if you're looking for a flex-worthy pick, just be looking out for that. Yeah, Bayshul Tootin, 8 carries, 2 receptions for a touchdown. Yes, it's little production, but he is slowly getting more touches, more receptions, and if ETN does ever get injured or start becoming more inefficient, Tootin could get a higher role. Going into wide receivers, like I mentioned last week, Cedric Tillman, yes, he did have a little bit of a less efficient game in week 2, but he has scored in back-to-back games. And again, he does face Green Bay, so if you're looking for a flex-worthy player, someone to start, again, just make sure and look at matchups when you're picking up these players. We have Wan'Dale Robinson, which he's always been under the radar. I know in leagues I've been in the last year or 2, he's always picked up, played for a couple weeks, has some down weeks, and then comes back. He had 8 for 10 targets, 142 yards, and a touchdown. He was pretty close to 100 receptions and 700 yards last year, so they're starting to see him used in the deeper plays, the deeper threats, and with Russell Wilson, that could continue, so I should keep an eye on that. Romeo Doubs, Jaden Reed did get injured, so we're going to have some more targets divvied throughout the pass catchers in Green Bay. And also another one is Dontavian Wicks, who played a lot of slot, so just keep your eye out on those 2 guys as we go into this next week. Troy Franklin out-targeted Sutton, caught 8 of 9 for a touchdown, and he is just solidifying his dominance as the wide receiver 2 for Bo Nix, who has been a little slow, but as I've seen before, he can go start slow and end very, very hot. As I mentioned last week, Alec Ailmanor, 28% target share. Someone just keep your eye on as Cam Ward starts adjusting to the NFL and getting used to playing those NFL defenses. And a couple tight ends. So Juwan Johnson, again, I highlighted him last week. If you didn't hear some of the stats I dropped, go back to last week's video and listen to that. He was 5 for 9 He caught 5 of his 9 targets for 49 yards and a crazy touchdown I saw on there, and he looked like a dominant tight end / wide receiver. He's playing a lot of snaps in the slot, which is very, very good to see. And he's had double-digit fantasy points back-to-back weeks and has accumulated 20 targets in the first 2 weeks of the season. Zach Ertz, as X mentioned, 6 for 8, 64 yards, another touchdown. Jaden Daniels is questionable, but with him not being able to run the ball as much with this injury, if he does play, Zach Ertz is going to be a little bit more of a safety blanket to check down to him when nothing else is open. And the last tight end I'm going to quickly cover is Isaiah Likely. I have a lot of shares of him. I picked him up everywhere, threw him on my IR. I'm just going to wait and see. Mark Andrews starting to decline as we've seen. Mark Andrews can heat up, but if Likely comes back, he's fully healthy. I do not see a reason why he takes over Mark Andrews in this role. And highlight a few defenses real quick. So Atlanta's playing Carolina. Bryce Young is just going to do Bryce Young things until we are proven otherwise. We have Tampa Bay versus the Jets backup QB, which I'm almost positive Tyrod Taylor, which I didn't even know he still played in this league. And the last one, Seattle. Seattle's looking a little crazy this year, a little scary. And they got the Rattler. So that's all from me in the waiver wires. If you guys have any questions, drop them down in the comment section. Hit me up Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and let's get week 3 on the roll.
All right, now we're at NFL week 3. We got starts and sits at each position. First, we're going to be starting at quarterback. I got Dak at Chicago. It's an easy game this week. Chicago's defense looks pretty bad. Their team is boo-boo. I'm starting him. I'm sitting Bo Nix. And I know you just heard Kolby talk about Troy Franklin and all the good things he's done, but Los Angeles Chargers have a strong defense. It's a divisional game, and I really like the Chargers against Knicks this week. X, who you got starting at quarterback this week?
Starting, I got Sam Darnold versus New Orleans. New Orleans still has not figured it out, especially on defense. And Sam Darnold has a bunch of weapons, and there's no reason, as Kolby stated before, Seattle's starting to look a little scary. Defense is coming online. There's no reason of why Sam Darnold won't have a lot of opportunities. You are sitting Trevor Lawrence against Houston. If you haven't already seen the video, you got head coach yelling at Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence essentially says, go yourself. So that's not going to be good.
Love it.
And if there's already that disconnect going on, then you know that locker room is going to have to start picking sides. It's not going to look good. It's going to start to deteriorate. We're about to see a new Jets organization happening. Trevor Lawrence's mind isn't going to be in it. He's going to be trying to throw into tight coverages, trying to do crazy things. And he's got an overrated wide receiver number 2 in Travis Hunter, who still hasn't done anything. So strange. It's almost like I called that. And Houston's defense, it's a divisional game. They've been around Trevor Lawrence long enough to know what his tendencies are.
All right. Kolby, who you got starting at quarterback this week?
So this is going to be kind of hot, but I'm taking Drake May against the Steelers. We've seen Justin Fields carve him up. We've seen Sam Darnold carve him up. And if Drake May goes out there and runs all over him like Justin Fields did, this is going to prove my point that I'm starting to see that the Steelers are not that scary and bona fide of a defense. If it happens 3 weeks in a row, we got to start having conversations about the Steelers defense. And sitting Mac Jones, yes, he played pretty well last week against the Saints, but then he's playing the Cardinals. And I just really feel like they're just going to hand the ball to CMC and let him run around like a chicken with his head cut off.
I'm going to say this, and I know it's a little too early for a hot take, but don't ever disrespect Mac motherfucking Jones like that, all right? It's Mac Jones, 831-330-8004. Okay? Don't forget about that. I think if Mac Jones goes out there, and if he can beat Arizona and he can beat the Rams, we're on to something. That's all I got to say. All right?
Mac Jones is the Wish version of Brock Purdy.
No, he's better than Brock Purdy. How dare you?
It could be another thing. He fits his system really well, and he has the weapons around him. He just lets it go. I'm taking
a round 1 quarterback over the last pick in the draft all day, talent-wise. That's all I'm saying. I also might have some Mac Jones card stock, but I might leave that in here.
Little bias.
I'm super biased. All right, next get into running back. I got Javonte Williams at Chicago, and this is straight. I'm going to look directly at the camera for Angel. Angel, you were right. I was wrong. Javonte Williams is a dog this year, so I apologize. He's proved me wrong. He should have a really good week against Chicago this week. I'm sitting Breece Hall at Tampa Bay. He's going to have a bad week. Tyrod Taylor is most likely going to be the quarterback unless Justin Fields plays, but it doesn't really matter. Tampa Bay has a great run defense, and that was you saw that against Houston. So I just don't like his matchup at all. X, who you starting at running back this week?
Running back, I got DeAndre Swift versus Dallas. DeAndre Swift has been doing good enough. Caleb Williams has fallen off the ship. So Swift watched a little bit of the game last week, played really good, looked very Swifty. And
Nice.
Dallas also lost Micah Parsons, so they got no front. Sitting, we are sitting Kyron Williams against Philly. Philly has a really good front. Kyron Williams, the only way that he's going to get points is probably out of little screens or passes out the backfield, which is going to probably get swallowed up real quick. So I'm not expecting much from him this week.
Kolby, who you got starting running back this week?
I have Bucky Irving against the Jets. We just saw James Cook absolutely just cook him up. So I'm going to take Bucky Irving. He's starting to get more receiving yards, more receptions from Baker. So we always like to see that in that PPR format. And I'm sitting Tony Pollard. Now, Tony Pollard, he's getting all the work. But again, we've seen the past. An offense cannot get close to the goal line. An offense cannot be efficient. The running back cannot be efficient no matter how many times he carries the ball. And I have a lot of Tony Pollard literally everywhere. And it's very, very frustrating because I got him super late and he had a lot of upside. These first 2 weeks have not been what I expected. So I'm going to be sitting Tony Pollard this week.
All right, next we're going to go into receivers. So I got Devontae Adams at Philly. So let me preface this with, yes, I understand Philly has a really top or probably top 5 defense right now, but he finally got going with Matthew Stafford and he had 13 targets. I like those targets, and therefore I trust that if Puka gets swallowed up, Adams is going to be there. You're sitting Drake London, and I feel like I have to say this every week. This is my Pat Fryermuth of my receiver position because people drafted him so freaking high. He's trash. It's not really him. It's his quarterback. He has no quarterback. Michael Penix isn't it. We've talked about this the last 2 years, and X and I have been saying, do not play this guy. If you can trade him and get something for him, do it. It's not worth your time. He has a really easy matchup in Carolina, but I don't trust Michael Penix. Don't even worry about it. Don't mess with it. He has a good week this week. Trade him. X, who you got starting at receiver this week?
Starting at receiver, I'm taking a chance here, but I do like Hollywood Brown against the New York Giants. Giants are still butt, and their offense is starting to click a little bit. But worst case scenario, if the Giants actually do good, then there'll be a lot of opportunities in the passing game for Hollywood Brown, Isaiah Pacheco, or Kareem Hunt. None of them have done anything. So it's looking like a good opportunity for him to at least get a lot of targets. So in that PPR league, will be good for him. Sitting, Scary Terry. I have him in I think I do have him in every single league. And I wish that man would do well, but he just loves to prove me wrong. I don't expect him to do anything against Las Vegas. I really don't expect much out of him majority of the season. I'm very sad that I drafted him. Really had a lot of high expectations for him, but Las Vegas is going to probably swallow him up just like every other team has.
Kolby, who you starting receiver this week?
So I am starting the 2025 Rookie Offensive Player of the Year, who I think is going to win it, and it's going to be Mecca Ibuka, back-to-back touchdowns in week 1 and 2. Baker's kind of go-to guy in a couple different places. He had that winning touchdown in week 1. We're going to see Sauce, of course, but I just suspect he's going to be shadowing Evans quite a bit. And I think Ibuka is just very versatile. He runs the ball, he catches the ball, and I have him everywhere. I'm going to start him everywhere. Then I'm sitting T. Higgins against Minnesota. Yes, I am going to have a little bit of Jake Browning stats for you guys showing how Jamar Chase can still finish very, very high. Maybe not wide receiver 1. But T. Higgins, we did see last week that he wasn't targeted very much once Burrow got injured. And it's a Minnesota defense. They're tough. They're good. And yeah, that pretty much sums it up for T. Higgins.
All right, next we got tight end. At tight end, I'm starting Warren at Tennessee. And the reason why I'm starting him is that boy is consistent. We're really hoping this to be Colston Loveland, but Warren and Daniel Jones have been able to figure it out. So he's a for sure lock, especially with injuries going around right now. You're sitting TJ Hawkinson versus Cincinnati. And yes, Cincinnati sucks, but the quarterback is going to be Carson Wentz. I just don't trust Hawkinson to get those targets. He's been more of a blocker. So for me, it's just a no-go until you can prove otherwise. X, who you starting at tight end this week?
Tight end, we're going to run with Ertz against Las Vegas. Ertz has been, for some reason, the weird security blanket on the Redskins, and especially now with Jaden Daniels possibly being injured. They will always be the Redskins. Don't you laugh. All right.
Commanders.
They're the Redskins. Okay. I will not conform. I will not conform.
And now we're canceled, boys. Let's back it up.
I will not conform. Anyways, with Jaden Daniels being injured, a lot of new quarterbacks that come in love their security blankets and their tight ends. So I don't see any reason of why he wouldn't be a good pickup, especially with Las Vegas. With them kind of being a little bit in a weird limbo right now. Sitting, this is the week that Johnson does bad. It's going against Seattle. Seattle's good team. I just don't see him. That defense flies around good enough. The offense burns off enough time to where I don't think that Johnson is going to have many opportunities.
All right, Kolby, who you got starting tight end this week?
You got Jake Ferguson in Chicago, highlighted earlier in the booms. He's really good tight end. He always has looks in the red zone. It just hasn't been very lucky catching those in the past. But he did a very good 2023 season because he was having good red zone targets from Dak. So if Dak can start good, start hot, and accurately throw the ball to his tight end in the end zone, he's in a very good week. And I'm sitting Dalton Kincaid against the Dolphins. So I think it's going to go the same way. The Bills are going to run the ball down the Dolphins' throat, and Josh Allen is going to have a mediocre game, and they're just going to let James Cook, Ray Davis do their thing.
Next, we got defense. I'm starting Green Bay versus Cleveland. Cleveland has a terrible offense, and I think Dylan Gabriel is going to be playing by the fourth quarter. Micah Parsons has really been that difference maker on the Green Bay defense for that pass rush, and honestly, they're the NFC favorites, so I really like this matchup this week. You're sitting the Rams at Philly. Philly has a great offense. I don't trust it. Saquon's going to run down their throat. And you still got two pretty good receivers there that haven't really been getting the ball, but you still got them there. So they will figure it out. They are the Super Bowl champs for a reason. X, who you starting at defense this week?
I'm going to start Tampa Bay against the New York Jets. Justin Fields is not the answer. Justin Fields is not the guy. Justin Fields is a maybe top 20 quarterback. Probably number 17-ish. Probably sounds like he's.
I have him outside the 25. I just want you to know. I have him outside the 25.
Trust me, this is me being respectful and putting him even in the top 25. I still stand by my quarterback rankings. I'm trying to get the boy
We'll
all
just take a
fired
shot
up
to
here.
Kolby right now.
I gotta look at something. I'm quiet. I gotta look at something real quick. You guys keep going.
I want to see him just bite, dude.
Guess what rank Justin Fields is? 15. He's still 15. All right, he's top 15 right now. All right, guys. And I told you last
after this week.
I told you this week. He's gonna go up and down. If he goes down, then my hot take has a little bit of a problem. But
I think this is gonna be the game that he also goes down. Tampa Bay does have a little bit of a Swiss cheese kind of defense, but I think that their offense will be good enough. The Jets are still the Jets, no matter who they have. So I'm not expecting much. I'm going to sit Baltimore against Detroit. Detroit found the groove. They figured it out. And nonetheless, too, Baltimore is as well a Swiss cheese defense. Yes, Baltimore Ravens offense is really good, but their defense loves to give up points, and going against Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams, the two-headed monsters that are in the backfield. Goff's feeling his rhythm. This is going to be a high-scoring game. If you have Amon-Ra or Jameson Williams or anybody on the Lions, be excited for this matchup.
All right, Kolby, who you got starting on defense?
I have the Vikings defense against Cincinnati. Jake Browning threw 3 interceptions last week. Don't think that's going to be a weekly thing, but we'll see. This is going to be a pretty good test for Jake Browning coming out and starting as his first game of the year. And sitting, again, I'm running a little propaganda here, but I'm sitting the Steelers versus Drake May and the Patriots. Sitting them down, and if I'm wrong, I'll take it. If I'm wrong, I'll do punishment. I'll do something. But I just have a weird feeling about the Steelers defense. I just have a weird feeling. So I'm sitting them this week.
All right. Week 3, we got some betting odds for you guys. Thursday night, Miami Dolphins versus Buffalo Bills. Bills are favored by minus 12.5. I think that is a trap. I'm taking the plus money on that just because it is a divisional game. Money line for sure. I'm still taking the Bills. The total's 49.5. Ooh, I'm going to go over just because I think Miami can get it done and their offense started clicking. X, what do you got?
I'm right there with you. I agree, brother.
Agree
Kolby?
with you 100%.
All right, bang. Next game, New York Jets versus Tampa Bay Bucks. Bucks are favored by minus 6.5. I'm taking that minus 6.5 only because Tyrod Taylor might be the quarterback for the Jets. And if that's the case, I think that's easy money, free money. Total's 44.5. I'm going to take the under just because if it is Tyrod Taylor, I don't trust him to do so. And then that means take Bucks at money line. X?
I'm right with you.
Yep,
Kolby?
same.
Oh,
2-0.
wow. Okay. This is weird. All right. Next, we got Indianapolis Colts favored by 3.5 versus Tennessee Titans. This is a trap game. They're always a trap game. This is a divisional game, I believe, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. This might be a trap. I think I still like the Colts at minus 3.5. I think they win by 2 field goals. So I'm taking that. The total is 43.5. I'm taking the under on that. I don't trust Tennessee. And it's a divisional game. But I still would like to take the Colts money line. But personally, I probably wouldn't bet on this game at all. X?
I agree with you. 3-0.
Kolby?
Yep. I agree.
This is
with you.
wild.
3-0.
This is wild. I'm leaving all
Let's
this in.
go,
I'm not
boys.
cutting any of this. This is wild. We're all in sync here. All right. Let's keep going here. All right. We got Las Vegas Raiders versus Washington Commanders. The Commanders are favored by minus 3.5. Ooh. Yeah. I don't think Jaden Daniels is playing. So if that's the case, I'm taking Raiders at plus 3.5 all day. I think they can get it done, even though their offensive line sucks. The total's 44.5. I'm taking the under because I don't know if Marcus Mariota can get it done. X. Yeah. This is a tough one.
Oh, man. If Jaden Daniels was playing, it would just be so easy, wouldn't it?
Oh, of course.
You know what? I'm going to ride it with you, brother. We're going to go 4-0. Let's go.
Oh, shoot. Kolby?
I'm not going to go 4 now. I'm taking Commanders
No!
cover under.
Oh, wow. He's taking the Commanders. Ooh,
Tell
That's
I'm proven
hot.
otherwise by the Raiders.
that's hot.
Hey,
All
that's
right.
fair, though.
I mean, we'll see. Next, we got Los Angeles Rams versus the Eagles. The Eagles are only favored by minus 3.5. I mean, it was a close game in the playoffs, too. I think I'm still taking the Eagles at minus 3.5. And the total is 44.5. I'm going to take the under. I think it's going to be a really good defensive game. X?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Kolby?
Agree 100%.
Oh, wow. This is weird. I don't like this. All right. Atlanta Falcons, minus 5.5 versus Carolina. Ooh. So the Falcons actually opened at minus 3.5. Now it's at minus 5.5. You know what? Give me Carolina.
Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it.
Not at plus money.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, actually, no, yeah. Give me Carolina at plus money. And the total, give me the under. I don't trust Michael Penix, dude. He does not look good. I don't trust it.
You know who I do
Honestly,
trust?
I would have bet in this game.
Their amazing defense, the best running back in the league. 1A, 1B, Bijan Robinson.
Oh, my gosh, dude. This is coming from the Justin Fields lover, dude. And ain't nobody buying it.
X, what do you
I
got
agree
for that
with
game?
I
This is a
agree
tough-
with you, Rod.
No, I'm taking the Falcons. I'm taking the
What
under,
the
and
f-
Bijan Robinson is
no.
going to run all over the
Oh
Panthers, and
my
Bryce Young is not going to figure it
gosh.
out.
I have no idea. I'm not betting
I hope
on
the
this
Panthers
game.
figure it
I
out,
wouldn't.
though. I got a lot of Ted McMillan. I hope they figure it out. But at this point,
Oh
it's
my gosh.
Bijan Robinson show.
In Chuba Hubbard, we trust. That's all I got to say.
Ew.
All right, next we got
I don't
Houston
agree with that.
Texans. Next we got Houston Texans versus Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are favored by minus 1.5.
Division game.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I'm taking Houston at plus 1.5 here. The total's 44.5. I'm taking the under on that. I don't trust Trevor Lawrence, man. I just don't. I don't trust ETN either.
Me and you
I
are
don't
on
trust Brian
I just have
Thomas
a
either.
weird feeling about this game. Yes, I'm going to take Texans, but for some reason, I feel like it may be a shootout. I don't know why.
it. Think
Both
so?
these teams have so many weapons. But then again, Texans' defense is really good. So
Their
I do want to take
their
Texans,
weapons are
but I don't know.
lies.
I don't know if
Lies.
if it'll go over.
I'll say this: are the Jacksonville Jaguars better than the Bucks?
No.
No.
No. No.
And I think that's why I'm thinking going Houston, because they had that game won. That was their game to win. So I think they'll be fine. I think CJ figures it out. Next game, we got Green Bay at -7.5 versus Cleveland Browns. That's free, easy money. I don't care how good Cleveland's defense is. Their offense is trash. That means you're taking the Packers money line at -450, and the total's 42.5. I'm going to go under because I don't know if I can trust Cleveland to score a whole lot. That's the only reason why. X?
I agree with you.
100%
Kolby?
agree.
All right. Let's keep it rocking. Next, we got Pittsburgh versus New England. So Pittsburgh is favored by -1.5, but they are in New England. I know Colby's going to fade me on this, but I'm taking Pittsburgh at -1.5, and I'm going to under on the total. I don't think Drake May gets it done. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers figure it out this week. X?
This one's kind of hard.
You wanna do
Honestly,
it? It's okay.
I think
It's
I
okay.
think we're gonna break the streak. We're gonna break the streak. I trust Mike
It's okay.
Vrabel. The boy's gonna get it done. I'm gonna go with New
Yeah.
England.
Biased.
Definitely.
This is
under.
biased here.
Yeah, but I'll take the
This
Patriots.
guy's biased.
I'll take the upset.
All right. Next game, Cincinnati Bengals versus Minnesota Vikings. Ooh, this might be the boo-boo game of the week. Backup versus backup. Vikings favored by -3.5. Do we trust Browning or do we trust Carson Wentz?
Carson wins.
I'm taking Carson Wentz at -3.5. Vikings are a lot better team.
I liked
line wise.
I liked Browning. I think he cleans it up from the 3 interceptions he has. I think the Bengals have a better offensive weapons because I think Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson cancel out, but T. Higgins definitely beats over Adam Thielen, and Vikings lost Aaron Jones. I think Bengals have the better offense, but I think the Vikings defense gets it done.
Yeah,
And
I'm
the total's
actually
42.5, and I'm taking the under on that. I hadn't said that, so.
Yeah, I'll take.
I'm gonna take the Vikings. I think Old Man Wentz is gonna be like, oh, I have one of the best wide receivers in the league. I'm actually gonna throw it to him and just hyper target Jefferson or something. So,
yeah, I think Vikings. This is Vikings game to lose, especially at home. All right, next we got Denver versus the Chargers. The Chargers are favored by -2.5, and I'm taking Chargers at -2.5 after how I saw the divisional game and the fact that the Chargers beat the Chiefs. I like it. The total is 45.5. I think I'm taking the under, though. I don't think it's going to be a sling out. They have two very, very good defenses in the divisional game. I don't trust that at all. So I'm taking the Chargers at -2.5. I think that's free money.
I will agree with you, but I think it's going to be over.
Okay.
I agree.
I got a feeling.
Yeah. Okay. Next, we got New Orleans versus Seahawks. Seahawks are favored by -7.5 points. The total is 41.5. Ooh, I don't know. That total is not high. I think the total this time I'm going to go over on it just because I've seen the Saints sling it against the Niners defense, who actually I didn't think actually did too bad. But I think Seattle at -7.5 is money all day. I think Sam Darnold figured it out, and JSN and all them boys, Kenneth Walker had to come back. So I really like that. X?
I agree.
Kolby?
I agree 100%.
Next, we got Arizona Cardinals versus San Francisco 49ers. The Niners are favored in this game. That's wild. It's pretty close. It's almost even. The total is 44.5 points. I'm taking the under on that just because that is a divisional game and they are not known to score a whole lot on each other. My heart says San Francisco, but my head says Arizona. I don't know if Mac Jones is going to get it done 2 weeks in a row. So.
Whoa, you're disrespecting Mac Jones.
I know.
No, we don't disrespect him over here.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Gosh, dude.
Being realistic. I'm being realistic. When it comes to money, heart and money is two different things. No. My heart says Mac Jones. My head says Arizona. Any kind of divisional matchup, I don't trust it. Yeah, I think Arizona gets it done.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
All right. Next, we got Dallas Cowboys versus Chicago Bears. The Bears are favored by -1.5. What? What is happening, bro? Holy. So the total's 49.5. Yeah, I don't think so. Caleb Williams doesn't look that good. Fantasy wise, he might be good, but as far as like putting up points and stuff, I don't think so. Ben Johnson hasn't figured it out yet. I'm taking the under at 49.5, but I'm for sure taking plus 1.5 on Dallas Cowboys. That's wild.
Yeah.
X.
100%.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Next game, Sunday Night Football. Kansas City Chiefs versus New York Giants. Why is this the game? There's such better games on this week. But Kansas City is only favored by minus 6.5. I think they get it done. New York Giants, they don't look good. I mean, Russell Wilson had one good game in the last 4 or 5 years. So, I'm happy for him, but minus 6.5, minus 275 on the money line. The total is 44.5. I think it goes over.
Yeah.
X.
Yeah, I agree.
Kolby.
Agree, 100%.
All right. Last game, Monday Night Football. Detroit Lions versus Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are favored by minus 5.5. This is a football game. This is a good game. This should have been Sunday Night Football. That's all I'm going to say. But we got the Lions at, we have the Ravens at minus 270 on the money line, and the total's 51.5. I'm going over on the total just because Detroit
sure.
has been known to give up a lot of points, and same with the Ravens. But I think I like the Ravens at minus 5.5. I think the Ravens will win. I think Ravens are better.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
Lions.
Colby?
Lions. Is going to
Taking
be
the
one of
Lions?
those games where everyone's like, man, if Lamar doesn't play like this, they win a Super Bowl. But he has these games. This is why he'll never win a Super Bowl, is what everybody was saying. So, yeah, I think the Lions.
Well, I think Detroit looked good because of Chicago. So I think it's a Chicago thing, not a Ravens
Wait till
thing.
the hot takes.
But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right. NFL football news. Cowboys signing Javion Clowney, 1 year, $3.5 million deal. I think that is an excellent signing for them. They need somebody. They have nobody. They need somebody. He's probably the best defensive end on the market.
Everybody's tried. He's been on almost every single team. There's a reason why nobody keeps him. He's not even a Band-Aid at this point. He's the Band-Aid that fell off in the kids' playground with all the dirt stuck on it. That's exactly what he is, dude. It's not gonna take.
I agree with you, but for 1 year, $3.5 million, that's the best defensive end that you could probably get right now. That's a free agent. So I think I'm okay with that. They needed to do something. They had to do something at this point.
I mean, in my opinion, at this point, it's so crapped out that you might as well just develop your practice squad at this point. Pull a guy up and fucking develop him.
Maybe he that no state tax kind of just motivates him to play more. Who knows? Texas does that to some people. Maybe he buys into the delusionment like all the rest of the players and fans do, right? Who knows? All right. Next, Kansas City is 0-2 for the first time since 2014. Wow. Is it time to start panicking, or are we overreacting on that?
Wow.
They're fine. They're the Chiefs, bro. They have Patrick Mahomes. But you want to know what, though? The one thing that I will say, the one thing that I will 100% say is it finally caught up to them having these bummy-ass receivers. It finally caught up to them, dude. Like, even the Bills receivers are better, and the Bills receivers are crap. So it finally caught up to them about how you can pay everybody else, but you can't pay for a receiver, dude. Like, it finally caught up to him, and I'm so happy that it did. And I hope Travis Kelce continues to freak out, but I still hope he does good because I have him in one of my leagues. So,
all right, next we have the Lions came back in a big way, 52-21 versus the Bears. Are they back? I'm going to just share my personal opinion. I just think the Bears are that bad, and it's nothing against Ben Johnson. He's a first-year coach. The offense will figure it out, but their defense needs some work, and I just think that's what attributes to that. Colby, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, hot take. Lions still Super Bowl contenders to me. Said it last year, choked, and they're on a vengeance tour right now. I like them. I like watching this team.
I think they'll be fine. Honestly, I mean, they still have the talent. It's just about it clicking. I do think that the Bears are that bad, and I think that if they go against like a playoff caliber team, that they're not going to be putting up 50 points, but
like the Packers.
Yeah. Like it.
Right.
I mean,
that's kind of where my head's at. I just think the Packers are the best team in that division. I'd like to see the Packers and Eagles play, and I think that'll kind of tell us where everything's at. I didn't
Yeah.
think Mike would be that big of a difference, but what a significant upgrade
He
that whole
is for
defense has
he
been.
is for the defense. The
Right.
only thing that's holding Green Bay back is their offense. Their offense right now is, for some reason, like they just got done with leg day and they can barely stand for whatever reason.
Yeah, well, injuries have always been a big role in that offense. That's why they try to draft Matthew Golden, but he hasn't really been hugely significant quite yet. But I anticipate him being big in like the second half of the season going into playoffs.
Hmm.
All right, next we got reactions to Baker Mayfield's 80-yard game-winning drive. What'd you guys think about that? Or if you guys even saw it?
He was.
I've been on Baker Mayfield's little train that he has going. I had him last year. He won me a league. He won me a very big league draft or traded for him the second half of the season. Currently trying to trade for him right now because I'm still a believer. He gets up. He's injured. He gets up and starts talking shit to other players. I love it.
That
I
was the
love watching
best.
Baker Mayfield. It is the best thing ever.
That boy just messes up his ankle. Gardner starts chirping. The boy pops up real quick and says, "Who are you? Who are you?" Love it.
All right, next. I don't know if this is a hot take or this is news, but I mean, I guess it's not really news for anybody, but I put it here anyways. The Raiders' O-line is garbage. Do you guys agree with that? I think they're probably the worst offensive line in football.
You haven't seen the Titans.
I haven't seen the Browns.
You haven't seen the Bengals. Man.
Yeah.
Quarterback is injured every
Hey,
2 years.
that's fair, dude. That is fair.
Gino threw 3 picks last night, so
I think this
Oh,
just highlights. I don't know, you guys watching it. You can go back. I have receipts. I literally said this in one of the very first videos of preseason. I said, if the Raiders line gets better, Ashton Genty is good. If they stay the same, he's not gonna be a first pick in fantasy football. There's no way that he can do that with this
A
type
good
of
line
line.
is not going to save
and
him.
it's solidified. It's solidified. So
No, a good line's not going to save him, bro. He's not, as of right now. He's not getting it. He's not clicking.
I kind of agree with Kolby where I just think that, like, because I mean, you look at Saquon, who's already an elite talent, you put him on a New York Giants line and you put him on the Eagles. I mean, God, he's put up
huge
godly
difference.
numbers.
But
I mean, and
that's
that's
the
a
difference.
guy who's already an elite talent.
But that's the difference, though, is everybody saw it in Saquon. Nobody is seeing it in Genty. Everybody just jumped
I think
the gun.
a lot of people.
No,
I mean,
everybody jumped the
Genty's
gun.
It's only
good.
2 weeks. It's only 2 weeks.
Everybody jumped the gun.
I want to say
think
that so
Genty's
bad,
good.
but I have to
I'm
wait
not
at
a
least 4 or
believer.
5 weeks.
Not a believer. That boy's gonna have to prove me wrong.
Yeah, I really like Genty, just like I like Jahmyr Gibbs and I like Bijan. It's kind of those are the two guys that I dogged 2 years ago, and they kind of proved me wrong. And I think Genty's one of those guys too.
This is as far as I'll go. Bijan is starting to prove me wrong, but he won't. He won't.
I don't think he's the top running back in football, but he's for sure in that top tier. He's not like in a Bucky Irving level. He's above Bucky Irving and those guys.
I would give him.
I wouldn't put him over Saquon or Derek or any of those guys personally.
Oh, well, people were drafting Bijan like he was better
people
than
are going to do what
Saquon.
they got to do. It's because of PPR, dude. PPR formats,
Yeah,
when he's getting
PPR.
10 receptions a game, it's kind of hard to not draft him. Same with Jahmyr Gibbs.
Well,
That's why Jahmyr Gibbs was the number one running back last year.
We'll see. I have confidence that I'm not wrong.
I can't wait till the end of the season so we can revisit this. All right. That was it for the NFL football news. But next we're going to get into some hot takes. And usually this is Kolby's specialty or we have a guest. Mind you, I'm still trying to get our resident, I'm going to call him our resident Cowboys fan. It's not Kolby, but our boy Angel. He should be coming on here pretty soon. I just got to kind of, I gotta work him a little bit to get him on. So, but X, I want you to go ahead and say your hot take first because I think this is a moment I've been waiting for since I think you texted me about it. I was like, I've been waiting for this all week. It's finally time. I don't know if he's going to hang up the jersey and the team quite yet, but I'm very excited. X, do you have anything you want to share with the audience?
Dude, the Titans are not it. I had hope. They give me hope every single year. They make changes. They do good things. My hot take, though, for sure, Brian Callahan's going to be fired before the end of the year. He's done. He's done.
I don't know if that's a hot take. I think that's just
No.
facts at this point, brother.
Nah, bro, for a delusional fan, this is rough. This is hard, dude. I'm dying inside. This is like the passion of the Christ right now for me. I'm feeling
that's
it,
wild.
dude. I'm going through it.
That's wild.
I'm going through it, dude. You don't understand the hype that I had. I was talking up my boys all year. O-line was improved. Didn't matter. Cam Ward got sacked 5 times first game, 6 times second game. I mean, what the fuck are we doing here, boys? Oh my God. I just
Are you ready to jump ship? I know you're close. Are you ready to jump ship?
I was ready to jump ship when Vrabel got fired. We're not there. We're not at that level yet.
You were considering it. Don't forget.
I haven't truly accepted that we're in a rebuild, but we 100% are. I tell myself that, but I tell myself that, the Diet Coke is going to cancel out the large Big Mac, but it doesn't.
Where are you jumping? Where are you going to jump to? What are your options? What are you looking at?
I think he wants New England.
Shit. I'm going to stay with them, and I'm going to die with them, and I'll die before they win a Super Bowl. It's just going to be sad.
You were considering it, though. Come on. Let's
100%. That was the closest I had ever been. That's the closest I had ever been.
To be fair, Kolby's still on the fence, too. So let's, maybe that should be part of the bet.
If I was going to jump ship, it would have to be either with Vrabel in New England, or it would have to be with Derrick Henry in the Ravens. If I had to.
And I don't think I'd be mad at either if you doing either of those two things. So,
yeah.
I will say this. So I want to revisit a little draft kit. I think we talked about it. We talked about it in some of our other episodes. For sure, we talked about week 1. We've had to have. You had said that the Titans were going to be a top 5 pick this year. Are you ready to renounce that? Or
No.
are you still
No.
Oh, you still think you're going to be top 15 or top 16? Is that what you had originally said?
10.
Okay.
We'll be top 10.
Every week it gets down, so I'm loving this because every week I can go back and put a compilation
and then
together.
Watch when we get the first win, dude.
Oh, dude. No, I think you guys are going to get like the first 3 picks, brother. The Saints look better than you guys, and that's saying something.
No.
The Saints are terrible.
No way.
Their offense actually can get something going. That's all I'm saying.
No way.
All right. That was fun. Sorry, that was a lot for me. I don't know if it was really for anybody else. That was just solely for me. I just
100% it was.
Xavier crash back down into reality here with
like
the
I said,
Titans.
dude. Right now, you just push the spear into my rib right now, dude.
Before we get to Kolby, I had one hot take. How do we feel about the Cowboys D without Micah Parsons? Because they almost lost to Russell Wilson here. Like that's my biggest thing is that Cowboy fans are celebrating that they won. You guys beat the New York Giants, past prime Russell Wilson, an historically bad franchise, in overtime. And it's only because your kicker is like the best kicker in the league that could probably consistently kick 60-yarders. And if it wasn't for him, you guys would have lost to the New York Giants. You guys allowed Russell Wilson to put up over 400 yards on your defense. So my biggest thing is what I really wanted to emphasize is that Cowboy fans are online because I make all the memes and that's what gets all the content, right? And they're like, oh no, we didn't need Micah Parsons. Screw Micah Parsons. Oh, we can stop the run with Kenny Clark. Well, guess what? You can't stop the pass. Deron Bland's hurt every year. Javion Diggs is hurt most of the time. What are you guys going to do? Javion Clowney? He ain't going to fix your defense. X told us that.
What are you talking about, dude? That amazing, nasty, dirty, picked off the kindergarten playground Hello Kitty Band-Aid isn't going to fix it? What do you mean? What do you mean? I know you're picturing it in your head, dude. It's all crinkled at the side. It's got pieces of sand in it. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, you saying that's not going to fix it?
The things I say online, and that's why I'm just so bewildered, and I can't believe how delusional some Cowboys fans are. And Kolby, I'm not directly talking to you. It's mostly Angel because they think they're good. Yeah. But anyways, Kolby, go ahead. Say your piece. Defend your team, buddy.
As everybody knows, I'm pretty close. I just signed a 1-year extension with the Cowboys. I'm with them this year. And, may sign another 1 year next year, just depending on the draft goes. And this is why I drafted CeeDee Lamb at number 2 in one of my drafts, because I knew defense would be ass, and they'll just throw that CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott will throw it 45 times. So I'll still be somewhat happy when CeeDee Lamb catches a bunch of passes. He wins me my fantasy league. But at the same time, the Cowboys will lose. So it's a win-win. It still makes me a little happy that CD will keep flourishing. So that's kind of my take.
You know what? I am okay with it because I do have Dak in my 2-quarterback league, and it's kind of nice watching him sling it around. I get some good points out of that. I mean, it sucks when he throws interceptions or just fumbles the ball, but, hey, got to take the good with the bad.
Well, I made a lunch bet with my boy Angel that the Cowboys weren't going to make playoffs this year. So let us hope, because
they won't.
I don't think that defense. Well, there's fans now that went from, oh, we're going to be asked to, oh, now we have a shot. This is every year. This is what happens. Okay, it's a trajectory. It goes, we're asked, we suck. Oh, wait, we were going to make playoffs. Oh, we beat this team. We're going to the Super Bowl. And then by the time December comes around, they're on the downward, because everyone knows once they play the first game of the playoffs, they're going to lose. So if you haven't heard it here first, you can literally watch any fantasy football channel. You can look everywhere. Everyone's going to tell you. You can look
Just
at the stats.
watch our memes.
Anyways,
dude. Watch our memes.
Yeah, dude, watch the memes. This has been long-winded. The Cowboys fans are it's so wild. All right, Kolby, you're the man. You have the floor.
Alrighty.
Hit us with some of your hot takes.
Real quick, again, like I was saying earlier, I said the Lions Super Bowl contenders last year. I'm going to stay on it. We saw it. Yeah, they played the Bears, but the Lions, their offense is just completely scary, and their defense can pick it up a little bit. I don't know what happened. Is Hutchinson still out? I don't even know. I didn't even check. This is the first time that's ran through my mind is Aiden Hutchinson not back on the field. Some reason I feel like he is, but he's not. And if he is, he needs to start picking it up, because if he starts picking it up, they can stop letting all these freaking passing and all these passing yards and touchdowns. But again, I'm just going to really quick, I'm still on the Lions with their Super Bowl dreams, their Super Bowl goals. They're one of my teams that are kind of on my trade radar with my agent. So we're going to see how the season goes. And my last thing is I want to ask these two guys. I'm going to give you two different quarterbacks. I'm going to give you both of their stats. I'm going to give you their passing attempts per game, their completion percentage, their yards per game, their touchdowns per game, their interceptions per game, and their passer rating. And I want you guys to choose which one you'd rather have. All right. So the first quarterback has 32.3 attempts per game, 65.8 pass completion percentage, 235 yards per game, 1.3 touchdowns per game, averages 0.5 interceptions per game, and has an average of a 93.7% passer rating in 2024. This quarterback, in 7 games, the 7 games he started, he had 32.6 attempts, 71.5 pass completion percentage, 266 yards a game, 1.6 touchdowns per game, 1 interception per game, but he did have a 3 or 4 interception game, so that kind of messed him up, and a 96.1 rating percentage. Which one would you guys rather have?
So I guess we're saying the second. I think the second makes more sense.
Then I'm going
The second one makes more sense, right?
Number one. I'm going number one.
Do you guys want to guess who number 1 is?
It's probably
just want to take a guess. 2024. He's actually one of Rod's favorite quarterbacks that he was just glazing
Mac
all
Jones?
preseason. No, he's
Mac
glazing
Jones?
all preseason. It's Matthew Stafford. It's Matthew Stafford.
Oh,
2024.
Goated. He's 38 years old though. Let's not forget.
And guess who? But this guy is letting Puka Nacua be a wide receiver 1 going off on a good offense. And guess who the second quarterback is? It's Jake Browning for the Cincinnati Bengals.
No, it's Jake Browning.
And my point is, Jamar Chase is going to be just fine. That's my hot take. And again, Chase Brown is also going to be fine. If the quarterback just can dump it down to the running back, I'd love to see that. That's my number 1 thing I'm watching, to see if he dumps it down. But he's going to hyper-target Jamar Chase. We saw it in week 1. Don't know what all entails for T. Higgins. We'll have to see what the game plan is for the Bengals offense. But I'm not liking that side of T. Higgins. But Jamar Chase is looking absolutely great to me still. Maybe not wide receiver 1 upside like we all thought, but definitely still a top 8, top 10, top 6 if things go well. So, yeah, that's my hot take is the Bengals are going to be just fine. Not saying they're going to win a bunch of games. Their defense is still trash. But their offense and fantasy options, I think, will still be great.
So I'm gonna blow your boys' minds because you You threw out a little statistical thing, so I'm going to throw out a little statistical thing. In the first 2 games with a team, okay, comparing 2 quarterbacks, in the first 2 games, quarterback number 1 has 490 passing yards. Quarterback number 2 has 588 passing yards. Completion percentage, quarterback number 1 has a 60%. Quarterback number 2 has a 71%. Total touchdowns, quarterback number 1 has 2 touchdowns. Quarterback number 2 has 5. Interceptions, first quarterback has 6. Second one has 0. First quarterback's passer rating was a 55.1. The other quarterback's, number 2's, passer rating was 111.1. In the first 2 games, that's what both of these quarterbacks' stats were. You're going to probably take number 2, right?
Well, I know who the
Absolutely.
second one is. I'm trying to decide who the first one is. I can't. He was throwing 6 interceptions already. I can't think.
So
Yeah, I don't.
essentially, you're gonna take quarterback number 2, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
You just took Daniel Jones over Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's first 2 games. Peyton Manning's first 2 games with the Colts was a 490 yards, 60% completion rating, 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 55.1
Wild.
passer rating.
I thought you were talking about 2 quarterbacks this season. I was like, who's throwing 6 interceptions? Surely I haven't seen that somewhere.
So Daniel
Gino's probably up
Jones
there.
is the man.
I thought you were talking about
Hey.
Justin Herbert for the second one. Honestly,
No,
I
bro.
thought it was Justin
Hey.
Herbert.
Hey, Daniel Jones, bro, I'll give it to him. He has to play some good teams, so we'll see what happens. But as far as I will say this, and I think
No, Daniel
I
Jones
agree where
played
you're coming
against
from,
Denver
Kolby.
on their second game. Denver, very good defense.
I'm aware, but there's
Okay.
always outliers. We know this. It's just in general. I think if I'm looking on paper, if I have Matt Stafford or Jake Browning, I'm taking Matt Stafford because I know it's going to be a for sure thing. And I still think that the Rams have better upside receivers than Cincinnati does, just in general. They have the best 1-2 in the league in Devontae and Puka Nacua. You're not going to tell me different. And then I'd probably put either Cincinnati or Dallas after that. But yeah, for me, I'd rather take Matt Stafford. I think it's more reliable, more consistent. I think there's a lot more upside with him. I don't think Browning's really running the ball either. So that's kind of cancels each other out with Matt Stafford. All right, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. I know this is, our episodes are getting a little longer, but I think it's a lot of good information. We're getting more into that NFL recap, especially for fantasy football. So I'm really enjoying that. The goal is to put out some weekly rankings on our website and on our Instagram. I think those would just be the easiest places to put them, considering TikTok might be gone after tomorrow. We'll see what happens there. But if you guys have any comments, if you have any questions, really, because I mean we get a lot of meme comments, but I want to know if you guys want us to look at your fantasy lineups. If you guys want us to talk about your starts and sits specifically, you can go ahead and post. You can DM us. We're considering going live on either TikTok while still here or Instagram. We're planning to do a lot of these things. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Please follow us on all our social medias. We're really big on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. And you can go to our website, www.insinuousanfiltered.com. If you see the merch here, the boys are rocking the 4th of July American-themed shirt, hat. This is our heritage. Mexicano. September 16th, Mexican Independence Day. So if you want to get that, hit us up. Boys, thanks for coming on. This was a lot of fun. Until next time, everybody. Peace.
Later.